With the Washington Commanders eliminated officially from the playoff picture and truly out of the contendership for the NFC East, I figured it was time that BIB and BIB Draft HQ releases our first official mock draft 1.0. Let's have some fun with this one. Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to the BIB Draft HQ here on the Ballin In Burgundy podcast, where we get into all draft prospects, and mock drafts here on BIB. It's man of JD John now back at it again, your co-host and co-founder. And I figured, since I said in the intro, we have officially been, well, Ron.
We can be eliminated.
Yes, Ron, we can officially be eliminated from playoff contention, and since we have been eliminated from the current playoff picture as a 3-10 record following the loss to the Minnesota Vikings, the shutout against the Minnesota Vikings, I figured it was time we do mock draft 1.0 here on BIB and BIB Draft HQ. But before we get into that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button here on BIB. Road to 1,000 subscribers. We're currently sitting at 809 subscribers, so cannot thank you all enough. But hit that subscribe button here on BIB. Since once we get to 1,000, I might do a little giveaway. But with that being said, I say we kick things off. I say we get in here to PFF's mock draft simulator. Now, what I have is I'm going to do two different ways. I'm going to go first round, no trades, we stick and pick. And the second one, I might do a trade or two. So let me set up everything. I have it all set up here on PFF. It's very simple. I also have it on a second screen. So if you guys see me kind of look off, kind of, this way to my left, it's you'll figure it out. So I have it all set up, 7 rounds. Fast, because I like to see if I want to do a trade on the second one, if I need to trade up or trade down. More, no randomness. Let's get in here. Now, the first order of business I'm going to do is we currently sit at 5 draft picks. We actually have a 6th from the, I believe, the San Francisco trade for Brian Robinson. So I'm going to go and grab that from them real quick. If it doesn't show up for what I'm trading, I don't know why. But San Fran, I'm just going to grab 239. I think that's the pick we have. I'm just going to force that trade. So that being said, Giants are on the clock. Number 1 overall. Let's start this draft. So as you can see, PFF is a little bit weird. So like Ruben Bain went 1, Mendoza 2, Caleb Downs, Hill Fall 3, Dante Moore, Jordan Tyson 5. So we sit here at pick 6. A lot of really good names on the board. Arvell Reese, Peter Woods, Jeremiah Love, Makai Lemon, David Bailey, who I am just all world for. Carnell Tate, Mansour Delane, Cassius Howell, Sonny Styles. I think if we're, and I do believe Arvell Reese will be one of these first 4 picks here. I do believe he could probably go 3, probably could go 5. So I would have taken Ruben Bain here probably. But if this is the spot we're picking in and Arvell Reese is right here, I think he can be your long-term Luvu / Wagner replacement. He's probably going to be drafted as an edge rusher, all things considered, which, hey, the Washington Commanders need an edge rusher. We can never get to the quarterback, especially with Dietrich Wise hurt, Dorrance Armstrong hurt, Javonte Jean-Baptiste hurt, Von Miller finally getting to 6 sacks on the season. We're going into week 15. Jacob Martin having 5.5, 6 sacks this season. And Preston Smith, you can't find him at all except in the locker room. So I think here sitting at 6, and if he's on the board, you take Arvell Reese. Now, I'm going to speed this up because we sit all the way at pick 70. So PFF is going to have a bit of a fun time. So currently sitting here at 70. A lot of names went off the board. A lot of names I would have probably gone after here. Pick 70. Now, initially, you could go edge, right? Derek Moore is still on the board. I really like him. You go to safety because we need safety help. Or Derek Moore. I really like Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I think I can get a good safety kind of later on. And I'll explain why. So I think here at 70, we need to get Jane Daniels some help. I think this guy's going to go much, much higher than he's initially going to be drafted. But give me Skylar Bell out of UConn, the absolute playmaker, 6 foot, 185, redshirt senior, 1,213 touchdowns this year for the UConn Huskies. Yes, he might have 4 drops, but every receiver in this receiving core has a drop. Really good contested catch, really good yards per route. He can go deep. He can do a screen. He can go in the slot. Really good yak. Give me Skylar Bell. My computer's being slow for whatever reason. But give me Skylar Bell here at pick 70. You get him across with Terry McLaurin, Jalen Lane, Luke McCaffrey. I would bring back Treylon Burks personally, but that is just me. So currently sitting here at pick 145. I figured there'd be a safety on the board. We could go corner, but I have plans for that later. Again, linebacker. No. Is there an edge? I think the guy I'm thinking of is already gone. Cliff Lubin is still here, who I like personally, but I have a guy kind of later on I think I will grab. So I'm going to sit here, 145, get Bray Hubbard, the safety out of the Alabama Crimson Tide. First off, go Dogs. Y'all killed the Bama boys. But 6'2", 213, has like 4 interceptions on the year, has gotten much better throughout the year. He gets better every single year. Good in the run, really good in the pass. Only 9 missed tackles on the year, 18 3 years. Give me Bray Hubbard in the secondary, going to be your Quan Martin, probable replacement, if not your successor to Quan Martin. So again, we have Arvell Reese, Skylar Bell, Bray Hubbard. Here at pick 184. Now, there's another safety I kind of like here, and we'll touch on him when we get to our safety prospect list. It's Bishop Fitzgerald out of USC. If you want to laugh saying this is your Madden, like USC, 86 overall, then that's funny. But currently sitting here at 184. Again, I could go edge, but I have a plan. Could go corner, but I have a plan. I think I'm actually going to get Jaden some more help at receiver. And it's not wide receiver. It's going to be tight end. Look, you guys know I'm a Ben Sinnott believer. I'm on the Ben Sinnott bandwagon train since we've been drafting him, since before the draft process. Don't know what their plan is for him. I mentioned this guy on Twitter about yesterday. Tanner Kowalski out of Houston. The 6 foot, 7-inch tight end, 250 pounds. He is going to be your receiving threat. 650 yards, 5 touchdowns for the Cougars. Give me Commander Cozy in the DMV. It's a little unorthodox, I know. But again, I have a plan. Currently sitting here at pick 219. I'm going to double up and really get a true pass rusher because I think Arvell Reese, again, you can do your back and forth. I've been high on John Henry Daly, the Utah Ute. 6'4", 255, redshirt sophomore. In 11 games, he's got 10 sacks. He's really good in the run, but especially in the pass. Give me the Utah Ute from the West Coast to the East Coast. Give me John. Oh, I hit draft. Give me John Henry Daly. And then pick 239. Our last pick. This is the pick from, that B-Rob trade. Now, there's 2 trains of thoughts for me. Either you go defensive interior to help the pain and new and kind of holes. 2 guys I have in mind, Rashawn Benny out of Michigan, the 6'4", 305, brute. There's also Gary Smith III out of UCLA. I was thinking about it. He's much better in the run. But I think you need some secondary help. Marshawn Lattimore is not going to come back. Sanders still needs to go to the slot. You still have Trey Amos, but is Jonathan Jones going to come back? Are you going to bring back Nolan Igbenogany? Are you ever going to, bring up Darius Rush? Like, what is your plan? I've been thinking about coming out of Arizona, trading Stukes. 6 interceptions in 3 years, only led up 2 touchdowns in 3 years. Like, 6'2", 200 pounds. So a nice, tall, fast corner. Good in man, even better in zone. Like a 35 passer rating. Last year, he wasn't as great. He only played 4 games. The year before, 12 games, a 69 passer rating. This year, yes, it's Arizona, but a 35.9 passer rating. Give me the Wildcat. Give me one of Bill's teammates from last year. And that'll conclude my first mock draft with no trades. I don't really care about the grades because guys are going to fall, guys are going to rise. So it says here, my worst trade was the Skylar Bell trade. I don't really care. I don't. I think this is an overall. You get your defensive pieces for the future. You get 2 pretty much pass rushers. You get a safety in the back end. You get a corner in the back end. You get Jane Daniels some help at the receiving position. I really, really like this trade. I'm obviously going to download this for later. But now let's get into the trades section of it. Again, same setup. I'm going to go fast this time only because then I can explain the trades in better detail. So let's obviously get started. This will probably be the same setup as Ruben One and company. Yeah, it's the exact same setup. So Josh Taylor, one of our best content creators here in the Commanders Circle at A to Z Sports for the Commanders, he proposed a trade on his article this morning that we trade with the Rams. Kind of like that idea. Josh, love you, buddy. I'm gonna take exactly what you did. Is you trade with the Rams. They give a pick 9, pick 63, and a 3rd round next year for number 6 overall. And this is pretty much going to be guaranteed. So you pick up a nice kind of late 2nd round, if not a very early 3rd round. We get a 3rd round next year for the Rams to trade up to get who knows. They go Arlo Reese, Peter Woods, and Mekhi Lemon. So we sit here at pick 9. I'm very happy taking this guy at pick 9. Give me David Bailey, the edge rush out of Texas Tech again. A guy it's like if I'm sitting there, regardless, 14 sacks in 13 games for the Texas Red Raiders, who are now on to the college football playoffs. Well deserved indeed. Give me Commander Bailey. People are going to say there's off the field issues. I've yet to hear big things about it, so please let me know in the comments. But give me David Bailey here at pick 9. And here we are going fast. I'm not thinking about doing any big trades per se. Josh pretty much had me taken. They had going wide receiver. Yeah, so pretty much the last pick of the 2nd round. So he had them. Ooh, I could go Skylar Bell again. I might hold off. Could go safety here. Kamari Ramsey's a really, really good piece to the puzzle. Might look at corner early. Try and get a little bit of help. Actually, so let me go back to corner, and then I'm gonna give you my thought process why my mouse clicked interior offensive line, because I really like D'Angelo Pons, but it feels a little rich. I'm thinking Jake Slaughter. Yes, Florida guy, blah blah blah. 4 sacks in 3 years. We need, I think, a Tyler Biadasz succession plan, especially if he starts to get hurt. We need someone who can take over and has been really, really good. Again, Jake's playing SEC football, so the cream of the crop, as the Macho Man once said. So actually, I'm gonna take him here. He doesn't have to immediately start right away. He can give a little bit of time to season per se. Pick here at 70. Again, two trains of thought. It's safety or it's linebacker, and here's why. Safety, Emmanuel McNeil Warren out of Toledo. 6'2", 202. Love that. 2 interceptions, only 1 touchdown on the year. Love that. Only 21 missed tackles in 3 years. Love that. Really good on the run. Even better in the pass. Really like that. Only landed up 6 receptions as a safety this year. Love that. You can use him all over. He's pretty much playing in the box, but you can use him DB. You can use him in the slot. You can use him to rush. Really like that. The other piece of the puzzle I'm thinking is if we do go linebacker here, and I would be quote unquote reaching for some people, is the 2-time award winner this year, had my Heisman vote, but he got snubbed this year. It's Jacob Rodriguez. He's not going to test exceptionally well. He's not going to be your 4.4 speed, your 3.5 3-tone technique. He's not going to test very well. But as I alluded to and talked with John when we did our linebackers video, you guys can go watch that. You'll have the card and you can watch that in the comments. It's the mental IQ. It's the love of the game. It's the overall and it's a great mustache too. Yes. Does he have a missed tackle rate? Yes. But is he just overall like a run stuff, get after the runner and get out the quarterback kind of linebacker? Yes. He also has 4 interceptions on the year and has like a few touchdowns in the actual offense. As much as I love safety here, I think having McGee and Rodriguez excites me a little bit. So I'm going to go J-Rod. I think that was 3 defensive players. Oh, no, that's right. I went center. So we're going to go all the way to 145. Missing a lot. Missing some good talent pieces. That's for sure. I'm also going to go grab that. I'm also going to go grab that 7th round pick from the Niners. Just hold on. I forgot to do that. That's on me. My computer is also dying. So let me grab that 7th, that 239 real quick. Thank you. All right. Pick here at 145. I'm thinking we start to get help. I'm thinking we get a big body receiver, what Noah Brown was supposed to be, what Treylon sort of is, but this guy is even better. 6'3", 209, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. He had 1,017 last year at North Dakota State. I'm thinking about Bryce Lance, the brother of Trey Area Lance, the Niner, now Cowboy, now Charger. So we get Jaden a weapon, a big weapon, just to especially help in this run game or the pass game, because Lord knows we need wide receivers badly. I don't know how I feel about the Brandon Ayuk situation. I don't really want him. So there is that. But pick here at 184. I could go back to tight end. Click tackle on accident. PFF is just slow for me right now. I don't know if it's because I'm sharing a screen or not. Running back, no. We might be able to grab someone in free agency. Could be defensive interior. Lee Hunter's not bad, but again, I've already doubled up on my Texas Tech. Could go safety here with Bishop Fitzgerald, ironically enough. The safety I was talking about on the first mock draft. 3 interceptions on the year, 5'11", only 6 missed tackles. I kind of like Jalen Catalon a little bit later in the draft, but if I'm kind of sitting here, he's the perfect value pick, and we kind of need that. I'll go Bishop Fitzgerald. So 2 picks left, 219, 231. 230 or 239, I might do what I did last, but I'll figure that out once we get there. All right. 219. Again, we don't need any of these quarterbacks. Darius Taylor's not terrible here. Just don't know if he would be the one. I think we might be bringing back some guys. Bud Clark is pretty good here. Mark Fletcher's good. I grabbed Rodriguez earlier. I could look at tight end here. Let's see who's left. Klein, Maryland, Venning, Gleidenborg right now. I could double up at wide receiver, but none of the guys I really like. I think I'm going to go back to John Henry Daly and then switch it up. Actually, yeah, I might grab Henry Daly here, get your double edge rushers for the future. Because so far we've taken an edge, a center, a linebacker, a wide receiver, and a safety. So actually, I could grab Stooks again. Okay, hello, there we go. Could grab Stooks again. Maybe defensive interior. Oh, Rashawn Benny's still on the board. Ooh. It's the 7th round. There's no like good in the run. It can still get to the pass. Yeah. Actually, let me grab Rashawn Benny. Get some interior defensive line help that we sorely, desperately need. And then this will be the pre-ultimate pick. Is 239. Again, I could go back to corner. I think we need the corner help regardless. I'm thinking Stooks. There's some other guys you could look at. Jeremiah Cooper is okay. He's only played 4 games, so he's been hurt. I think because of the 7th round, I don't necessarily think you need to worry about BPA in the 7th round. Like Devin Moore, Devin Moore is still on the board. A Florida guy myself, so I'd be pairing up him with a teammate, but like he's still like good in the run, good both in the pass. Another tall corner, 6'3", 2 interceptions on the year, 5 in 5 years or 5 in 3 years. I'm probably gonna go Stokes. I think just overall I like him better as a prospect, and I'll talk about more about him once we do our secondary and cornerback prospect rankings and videos about it. That'll be coming fairly soon. But with this mock draft, it's going to probably give me like a B-, maybe a C+ grade on some of these, but I don't care. My thought process is depth plus starters plus elite talent. So again, this is what I'm thinking. David Bailey at 9, Slaughter at 63, Rodriguez in the 3rd round. Because if he has a really good performance in the college football playoffs, I think he'll rise up past that late day 2, early day 3. Bryce Lance, a big receiver, Bishop Fitzgerald, Rashawn Benny, Trey, Dan, Stooks. So we get pretty much a piece at every position we need. They're all really good players. They're all really good starters. I kind of like this a little bit more. So, but tell me down below which mock draft you liked me doing more. Was it 1.0 with no trades, or was it 2.0 with trades? I'm going to call it 1.0 regardless. But tell me in the comments below which mock draft you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments if there was a prospect that I passed up on that you would have much rather taken, if we should have traded back farther, if we don't trade at all. Tell me in the comments down below. But that is mock draft 1.0, one with trades, one without trades, here on the Ballin In Burgundy podcast here at BIB Draft HQ. So again, hit that subscribe button. Road to 1,000. More of these videos coming out. More previews and predictions episode coming out. More just whole bunch of fun here the next soon. Night, myself, Reedy Z, one guy talking sports. The Burgundy Breakdown will be back on streets. I don't want to say it, I think we're gonna have a really interesting episode. But again, hit that subscribe button. I'll see y'all next time. Raise hail, and I'll see y'all out there. Peace.